Hey, what's happening? This is Grant Luna with Fidelity National Title, and for today's video, I'll be showing you how to launch a campaign targeted towards homeowners with delinquent taxes. So ultimately, I'll be showing you how to access the data for free, how to throw it into Fidelity Total Farm, which itself is a free system, ultimately showing you how to make sense of that data and then effectively launch campaigns really easily to those homeowners that are delinquent on their property taxes. So the first tool to get started with this is going to be Fidelity Passport. This is a good system for just pulling property profiles, but the underrated feature of Fidelity Passport is the ability to generate property data lists. So if you don't have a Fidelity Passport account, there's a link in the description for how to create this account. It's super easy. You'll go to Fidelity Passport or passportpro247.com. You'll go to start here up at the top right. And then all you have to do is enter the token Luna, hit submit, fill out your information, and then from there you'll have an account. You do have a set data limit per month in terms of how much data you can generate, but still probably enough for you to get going. So once you have your account, you'll be logging into Fidelity Passport here. Like I said, still a good resource for pulling just one-off property profiles, which you can do right here. But what we want to do today is generate a list. So I've shown this a little bit in the past of generating lists of homeowners, and you can still do that through here for very specific things like demographics, income levels, jobs, length of ownership, all these different criteria you might want to run campaigns on. The one I was going to show today are those that are somewhat in a distressed situation. They haven't paid their property taxes in a while. Maybe they're behind. Maybe their life is a little bit in disarray and their house is maybe somewhat of a burden. And you want to basically reach out to them, say, hey, is there anything I can do to help? Maybe provide some solutions to them. This would be a good place to start with Fidelity Passport. So what I can do is go to lists here. I don't need to pull premium lists, which I've shown in the past. So let's say you're just pulling a farm list. You can choose a city. So let's say I'm looking for San Pedro. So I can go to San Pedro and I have a total count. So this is every single property in San Pedro right here, 20,000. So next I can go to property and then land use property type and then property type and then residential. And let's say I just wanted single family homes. I can press add here. Now it's 10,000. So this is San Pedro, all single family residences. So next I can go to distressed here. And this makes it really easy. All you have to do is go to delinquent taxes and then hit yes and then add. And then now it's going to recalculate this total number on the right side of the screen and show you how many properties in San Pedro have delinquent taxes. So right now it's 455. So a good number to start with. Now you can export this data, get it for free with Fidelity Total Farm. It's going to give you their names, their addresses, different information about the property, like how long they've lived there. Won't give you contact information, but we'll talk about some alternatives there. So now in terms of actually getting that data, so all you have to do is select next. And then from here, this is actually a very important step to actually be able to interact with that data. So what we can do, because ultimately we want to get this in Fidelity Total Farm, right? So we want to get this in the system where we can start to, if we wanted to purchase phone numbers and emails in bulk, we could run targeted ads to them. We can export it to postcard services, but we need the data here first. So I've already imported it from here, but I'm showing you again how to do it. So what you'll need to do in this step when exporting data from Passport is first, to make it easy on yourself, go to Export Outputs, then select a template and select Farm Tool right here. And this is basically going to change what fields are exported in that CSV file for when you're importing that data. So now I have this set up, Farm Tool. All I have to do is select Get Now, choose CSV, and next it's going to go into your orders. So now this is going to be processing. Usually automatically directs you to your orders here. If you weren't automatically redirected, I believe all you have to do is select history here and then you'll see your orders. So now I have this order here at the top. I can select view list right here towards the top right. And now I can just basically click the name of this file. So export output right here, and it's going to download it for me. So I can just download it to my computer, export output right here. Like I said, it's going to be a CSV file with the names, the addresses, information about when they bought the property, what they bought it for, things that will be useful maybe in some of your conversations, maybe reaching out to someone that has a lot of equity, has lived there for a while, so it's going to be a little bit of a better situation for them. So now we want to take this data. We just got it from Fidelity Passport. You're going to go to a new tab. You're going to open up Fidelity Total Farm. So if you don't have it open already, you can just come here, type in Fidelity Total Farm, sign in. If you don't have an account yet, go to sign up. Link in the description once again for how to do that. And then you go to sign in. And now I've already done it, but I'm going to do it again, show you how to import it and show you why it's important to kind of specify the export options when you're doing it. So you can select import and then browse. We're going to basically get that file from our computer that I just exported from Passport. Then I'm going to select upload. And next I'm going to choose this template. So if you didn't kind of export it already formatted for Total Farm, this would be time consuming because you'd have to go one by one and figure out what to match. So I'd have to come here, find the parcel number, match it to it. Now all I have to do is choose this template dropdown and then choose farm tool layout here, and it's automatically all matched for me. So it's just a really time-saving thing for you. Then you can go to process. Now it's just going to process, import this farm file to your Fidelity Total Farm account. Now this farm has been uploaded for me. It took a couple of seconds to do. I have all 455 of those records that I got from Fidelity Passport. Like I said, I have information about what they bought the property, what they bought it for. Ultimately, now you have the ability to launch a lot of campaigns. So that's kind of where Total Farm shines, is getting the data from whatever resource. Maybe it's Total Farm itself, maybe it's Fidelity Passport, but the power of Total Farm comes from the campaigns you can launch. So for example, let's say I wanted to start doing email outreach and campaigns to these people. So what I can do is select actions over here at the bottom left. I can select get emails and phones. I want the property owner, so I can select mail address. The mailing address is where the owner of the property lives. Then I can go to reverse email. I can select go to reverse, and now I have the option to buy emails for 455 of these. You're not going to get all of them. You might get like 70% of them. Then you're dealing with some accuracy, but ultimately this is something that might only cost me $20 to get all these emails and start running that campaign through that way. I could launch targeted social media ads just to these people. So start reaching out to them on Facebook and maybe make a delinquent tax ad on Facebook. I can even export this data and throw it into a postcard service like Corfact really easily. So I can come here and I can say third party and download Corfact. Now I have this data set that I could import into Corfact and start launching postcards to these people. So ultimately, it's an important thing to know is knowing how to use the data services that are available to you, because data ultimately is going to be the lifeblood of a lot of your businesses, whether it's your sphere of influence or outreach to a farm area or a given homeowner demographic group such as this one. So there's a full playlist on my channel with navigating Fidelity Passport, showing you how to export lists. This was mostly just an introduction to show you how you can actually find delinquent taxes, property owners that do have delinquent taxes, and start to run campaigns through them. So if any of these campaigns are something you want to do for yourself, but you're struggling with just getting going with these systems in this first place, always feel free to email or contact me. I'd be happy to sit down with you and help your business grow.